Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking an early look at the new YJ MGC Elite. Let's get right into it. See, that's how you know it's an early package. It's wrapped in another brown paper bag. We also got a new business card from TheCubicle. It says Happy Holidays from TheCubicle, and it has all their social media links on the back. Alright, so getting into today's lunch, we have the cube, and then also a smaller bag. Alright, so the paper that comes with it says, this is the MGC Elite 3x3. The MGC Elite has adjustable magnet strength and elasticity, coupled with a flexible, traditional tensioning screw. This cube has a lively, crisp feel and can be adjusted to accommodate a wide variety of styles and preferences. It is measured at 55.5 millimeters and weighs approximately 86.7 grams. Enclosed with this sample is a plastic sticker eraser to help with the magnet adjustments, though a small flathead screwdriver will suffice as well. Enjoy! And as you can see, we have the razor here. Since it is a pre-release cube, this is obviously not the final packaging, seeing as there's no packaging. So we have the YJ Elite 3x3. Has this cool golden M logo on the front here, and you can see that they have the new magnet system inside the pieces here. So let's go ahead and do first turns. Whoa. Very strange out of the box. I'm finding it very difficult to control, actually. Alright, so the feeling of this cube out of the box is very soft and smooth, but the magnets feel very strong out of the box, probably a bit too strong, and the cube is really fast. So I'm finding that I'm really overshooting a lot when I'm trying to do fast turns. It also feels like the cube is pretty tight, and out of the box I'd say this is not a very optimal setup. Very tight, very fast, and the magnets are very strong. But since it does have so many adjustment features, we can definitely change up the feeling of this cube. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So under the center cap, you have something similar to Moyu's tensioning system, but in this case, it looks a bit harder to read. As you can see, there are numbers under this blue piece. So the blue piece will turn in a clockwise fashion. You can just do it with your fingernail. It's hard for me to show you, but you can just twist it like this. Like that. So you can see these numbers written along the sides here. It looks like it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this arrow here is pointing at 1 right now. So every 6 turns it will go back to the original state. So right now you can see it's on 1, and I can click it up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the tightest one, and then if I go one more, you can hear that snap, and it goes right back down to the first setting. Okay, so what I've done is I tensioned all the sides up to the tightest, I believe, setting. Well, the cube kind of feels a bit easier to turn. It feels a bit nicer now, so interesting feel. I do want to play with the magnet strength though, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so taking a look at the edge piece here, you can see that there is a fair amount of lube from the factory, and there's also this magnet capsule, and it has an arrow pointing inwards towards the center of the puzzle. And you can see that the magnet is slightly off center in that capsule, so it's towards the inside. And what you can do is you can take a tool that they'll give you. I'm just using a screwdriver for now. You can stick it in there and twist it like that until it snaps 180 degrees. And now that the arrow is pointing outwards towards the outside of the cube, now you have stronger magnets. So now the problem is you have to do this to all 24 magnets on the cube. And personally, I already thought the magnets felt pretty strong on this cube, but let's give it a shot. Aha! Never mind, you don't have to do it to all 24 magnets on the cube, because when you twist one on one side, it also twists it on the other side. So you only have to do it 12 times. That's pretty nice. Very cool system. And of course, you don't actually have to take the magnet out of the cube. I was just doing that for demonstration purposes. You could stick your screwdriver in here and twist. And that's done. Wow, okay. That was extremely easy to do and very fast. So now, yeah, I guess they're a bit stronger. It's still a very strange feeling though. I feel like it has a lot of potential, it's just not that great out of the box. I think I'll end up having to swap out the lube that they use and use something a bit more controllable when I want to re-lube it for myself. So this puzzle is definitely strange out of the box. I wouldn't say it's exactly usable right out of the box, but since there are so many features that you can change on this cube, I think it will be able to be adapted to many different turning styles. The thing I like the most is the magnet. I think you can change the magnet super easily. It's something like the Yuexiao EDM did with the sliding, or the GAN XS with the 3-option sliding thing, but I think this one does it a bit better. Honestly, I found it tough to feel the difference between the two magnet strengths. I didn't think it really changed too much, but I like the idea of just twisting one magnet rod and the whole edge piece kind of swiveling. I think that was a very good system, and it was very easy to change. In terms of the spring compression, that's also slightly improved. I think it's definitely easier to change with your hand, so you don't need a tool, because the thing on the GTS 3, you had to stick your nail in there. It wasn't really that easy. And now you can do it with your hand. It's just harder to see, and there's only 6 settings. Then of course you do have a normal screw which you can adjust the tension with, so it's not like a GAN cube where everything is just a certain setting. You can still adjust the tension to a precise amount if you want to do that. So this is the MGC compared to the version 1. I never had the version 2, but I would say that this cube does bear resemblance to the version 1. You have these pretty big holes in the corners. It is stickerless, which is pretty nice, and it has that sort of kind of loud, bubbly feeling that the original one did as well. It just feels a bit more refined, and obviously this one is customizable. Yeah, but overall, the turning is really not great out of the box. I'm gonna set it up because I've heard that it is pretty good when you set it up, but man, it just feels like it's catching a lot and I'm overshooting. So, yeah, the turning is nice and smooth and bubbly, but it's just way too fast. Either way, those are just my first impressions on this cube. Once again, it'll be coming out pretty soon in mid-December, and it'll have a stickerless version and a black plastic version as well. This cube is coming out at $23 at TheCubicle, and I think it's a pretty reasonable price given all the customizing features that you have in it, being the magnets and the spring compression. So I think it's a reasonable price for a mid-tier magnetic cube. Either way, I do want to do a full review on this cube because there are so many settings I need to test out. So I'm going to be doing a full review of this cube in the future and taking a look at the piece structure and all the different settings for this cube, so stay tuned for that. I'd like to give a huge thank you to TheCubicle for sending me this new cube to test out. If you'd like to buy this cube for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below to where you will be able to buy it at TheCubicle. But either way, that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.